If you want to sue your employer, here are some things that will stop me or other lawyers from being able to help you. My name is Paige Sparks. I'm an employment lawyer, and everyone does things a little differently. These are things I see all the time that stop me from being able to help you if it happened in your case. If you quit or voluntarily resign, I'm probably not going to be able to help you. If you voluntarily quit, the employer will say they did not take any adverse action against you, you have no lost wages, damages, and it's very difficult to pursue a claim. There are some exceptions, like you can try to argue constructive discharge. That standard is very difficult and hard to meet, and that's usually a no-go for me. If you didn't report discrimination or the bad act before you were fired, it's very hard to bring a case. Most employment laws require you to give the employer opportunity and notice to resolve a problem before you can pursue them for a claim. If there's no complaint on record, like you've never complained in writing, the employer is almost always going to deny knowing what you're talking about, and they're going to say you only brought that up after the fact because you're a disgruntled employee that was fired. If you've already accepted a severance agreement or a settlement amount, once you sign those agreements, you usually waive any and all claims you have against your employer, whether you know of them or not, including being able to recover additional money for any discrimination or retaliation claims. Once that release is signed and once you accept the money, that's when your case is no longer and it's considered resolved. You usually cannot take any further action on any claims that you release, and if there is an exception, like if you do still file a charge with the EEOC, you usually waive any additional financial recovery, so you're not going to get any more money. Finally, and the thing I see most commonly, is what happened to you wasn't illegal. Just because your employer handled something in an unfair way, an unprofessional way, or something was poorly handled, that doesn't mean it's automatically illegal. We can only sue for very narrow cases when it comes to employment law. I'm talking discrimination, retaliation, and whistleblower for illegal things that you report. The discrimination and retaliation you report usually has to be tied to a protected class in order to be actionable. So if you are 20 and you're in Missouri and you complain that you're being discriminated against because of your age, that's not a claim I can help you with because it's outside of the protected class. If the employer's conduct leading up to your termination wasn't illegal, there's nothing I can do, no matter how upset you are or how unfair it was. If you think you have a case, make sure you talk with a lawyer before doing any of these things because it may prevent us from helping you later. Comments, let me know what questions you have.